Go into the game.
Let's go.
All right, at the 12 o'clock position, we have Koget as the blue Terran. At the bottom left as the yellow Zerg, we have Ty2.
All right. Well, okay, so Aztec, different map, but basically this matchup is relatively similar, I think, in most maps. Do you think there's any map that actually completely forces the Terran to play differently?
Rush Hour.
I
don't know.
Maybe. Oh, I know. Which was this map that you had, like, to get to the main of your opponent, you had to actually go through some minerals. There were, like, patches of minerals that you have to actually mine.
Oh my god, Monty Hall?
Monty Hall. Okay, that one. Okay, but that's a very weird map, right? I mean, that was one of the funniest maps ever, but I'm pretty sure people would hate to have that in the map pool for anything.
It was because of that map that, like, Silver won an MSL. Like, do you even know who Silver is? How many people in the chat actually know who Silver is? He's an MSL winner, and nobody freaking knows him, because it's the most random win ever.
Monty Hall.
Oh god.
Wait, Scan is actually saying that Electric Circuit is one of these maps?
What, that makes Terran play differently?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, any map that has a back mineral only is good for Terran, because that base helps you so much, because, you know, bio is primarily minerals.
Yeah, but I mean, you can always go for, like, bio.
Yeah, but it doesn't, you know, you can still go for standard openings and stuff and just take a faster pace. Yeah. It's like it's not huge. Oh, he didn't win the MSL, sorry, you got second place. But still, like, yeah, he got second place.
His nickname was Silver. I mean, obviously he got second place.
Oh man, and of course it's Bakuryu who knows him. God damn it, Bakuryu. Alright, it's
yeah,
all about you.
Dude, you have to guess. You imagine what it would be to be in an argument with Bakuryu. You know, having a discussion against something and trying to defend.
I would just like instantly GG. You know what I would do in that argument? I would try and like proxy gate Bakuryu in the argument, and if it doesn't work, just instantly type out. I don't know how I would do that. But whatever the like debate version of a 2-gate is, that's what I would do against Bakuryu.
Dude, you'd have to at least go for a 6-pull. You can't even 2-gate. Too late.
Yeah. Sad times.
Okay, so yeah, basically one Rax so far, nothing too depots. So yeah, seems like a standard pretty much. You know, one Rax expand, and TY so far no gas. So 3 hatches before gas, I would assume?
Yep, seems legit.
Oh, look, yeah, okay, there he goes. Oh, but actually, the good thing for Koget, he actually sees where the hatch is, so if he wants to plan his scans accordingly later on, he will at least have like where to scan. So
yeah,
that's good.
I think it provides enough creep, though, that you can't see everything with just 2 scans.
Yeah.
So he would still be in the dark a little bit about the tech if he missed it. But, you know, it's good. You know, I mean, he knows it's 3 hatch, so he's going to just build Mezzer, the natural. Second, barracks. No faster gas for him here. That's completely fine. And he's going to have 2 lings chasing this little guy around. Interestingly, there were 2 marines that seemed to have been rallied to the front there, but as soon as he saw some lings being made, he just immediately backed out. I'm not sure what he intended to do there. Maybe if he saw, like, I don't know what those marines could have possibly accomplished doing that.
Maybe if you see drones being built and there are no Zerglings, you can actually try to pick off some drones, and then they're probably gonna run away, right? But that still costs mining times.
But, I mean, he only sees the 2 lings, right? And there were always going to be at least 2 lings to chase the SCV. So he was never going to see fewer Zerglings than there are right now. So I'm not sure when that attack would have actually gone. Like, if he's not going to commit to that attack when he only sees 2 lings, like, he's never going to commit to that attack, right? I mean, I guess...
Oh, Koget's saying to force Zerglings, basically. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh. Did the Zerg actually see that move out? Okay, I mean, that's fair enough. Okay. Oh, I mean, there's... He forced a sunken! There's a sunken! I don't know if he forced it, but there's a sunken! Alright, that's cool.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense, right? Actually,
yeah.
Okay, so second Rax, the Academy is after the second Barracks. Okay, I would assume that the second barracks is to have either a faster push or at least to be a little bit more defensive if a Zerg would go for something heavy Zergling based. But what would you say is better, going for Academy first or going for the second racks? Because
well, if you go Academy, you either go second racks and then Academy, or if you want the fast +1, you go for 1 racks, gas, eBay, and then the second racks. I think maybe the Academy. I can't remember exactly if you get the Academy or the second racks first, but if you're going for the Academy and you're not rushing +1, you go second racks Academy. I don't know why. This is what people do. so yeah, I think this is pretty normal.
Okay. Oh, another rack's being added. Now the comp sets. So where is actually the spire location? It's in between the 2 hatches, which means whichever hatch he scans, he's actually gonna see it.
He scans
Wait, is
right
this a
on
bait?
top of it.
Is this a bait? Is there a Hydra in? No. Oh. I'm so sad. You know, there could have been a Hydra like in the natural or something. So
He could have just built the spire like at the bottom of his mineral line and it would have been scaled. Well, I don't know. Comset range is actually pretty big. I'm not sure exactly how much it sees. It sees quite a lot actually. It's pretty OP, man. That's like the entire. When I started playing Grid Wars, I picked Terran just for comsats. I was like, oh my god, this is like Black Sheep Wall in multiplayer. It's like the best thing ever. I don't need hacks, man. I just use comsat. I mean, comsat is basically map hack, right? So it's like, yes, this is so good. I would literally rush comsat every game.
I have to say that if you have to decide between the scanning abilities of different races, the comset is always guaranteed to work. So
attack at the front. I don't think he's not gonna go for it though. There's 3 Sunkens. I don't think that's enough. He's only got 2 medics.
I mean, if he would be killing that before the Sunken was finished, you could right now. No, don't do it. Yeah.
he got the Overlord. He traded an Overlord for 3 Marines. It's not the worst thing ever.
And actually supplies block TY.
There's 2 guys on gas in the Zerg's main. That cannot be on purpose, right?
No, that definitely not when you're going Mutas.
Oh my god.
Well, turret coverage is going to be finished by the time the Mutas get there, so that's a good sign. And barracks don't have turret coverage yet. That's
a bit of a problem. The mineral lines are defended, but you know, there's basically 3 points you have to defend in TVZ. The 2 mineral lines plus the production facilities, which are usually in between your command centers. And unfortunately for Koget, he tried to intercept, I think, the Mutas on their way over by leaving his Marines sort of in the middle. But the Mutas sort of went a little bit around. So he didn't actually catch them, and now the Marines have to walk all the way back, and they're a little bit late coming home. So he's going to lose quite a few Marines, actually, to these Mutas. Doing a decent job, though, of microing. He's going to lose them all, though.
That's a lot of damage, actually. Oof.
But the reinforcement Marines come back.
Yeah, but even... First of all, that actually pushed the entire army back, so... TY is free to take a third, even without lurkers yet. And at the same time, the army is actually very small for Koget. I'm quite worried for him, to be honest, with seeing this. Yeah,
he took a lot of damage from those Mutas, more than you should from 3-hatch Muta. I mean, it's a nice positioning also for this cliff for the Mutas to attack from, and of course he got a little bit caught with half his army outside. Which is unfortunate, but you know, he's still got the bunker at the front. He's got 3 turrets of the natural, which should be really, really nice. That's quite necessary actually because of this cliff area, which is really, really annoying. But I think, can we get a repair? Doesn't quite get it. Needs some Marines over here.
I mean, the turrets are very well positioned. Most of it, just maybe slightly a little bit to the left, but basically they're covering pretty well, so not that bad. And the SCV actually scouts the third.
Yep. Nice scouting, actually, to check this base instead of like checking another natural. Or sorry, the other main. Because this, of course, is the base that has the normal ramp leading up to it, so it's going to be the easiest one to defend. We do have the Queen's Nest now started in the main base, and I was going to say something else that I completely forgot. Oh, yeah, okay, you know, I remember now. This main gas, I think, is going to be on 2 drones for like forever because it's still on 2 drones. I don't think TY has any idea that this has happened. This is actually losing a a lot of gas for him, and obviously gas is super important for the Zerg at this point to get to those hive units. So that's actually going to hurt him quite a bit.
Yeah, and one thing that I really like from Koget in this game, he's making one vessel, and then instantly going for a dropship.
Oh god, backstab. Needling backstab. He didn't actually wait long enough for the army to leave, though.
Yeah.
I think he should have waited a little bit longer.
And most of the lings are dead, so the mutas are actually not going to be too efficient about this because there's still a turret.
Oh,
He's
man.
not. Wait. Because Koget is going to attack, and he's only going to send a few units back.
That was... If he had waited like 10 more seconds and the army left a little bit more, that would have been way more effective. So a bit unfortunate timing there for TY. I'm not 100% sure why he went so early. Maybe he actually wasn't sure about where exactly the army was or something. But actually, the Lurker's now running outside. They're actually run past the Terran army. I don't know if we're going to see some kind of base race here or something, or if the Zerg might just come back for a flank or something. But the Terran army is moving outside. I like this. He's not going up the narrow ramp. He's going up the wide ramp.
Yeah.
So he's not going to have to worry about, you know, 2 Lurkers stopping everything. There are 5 sunken colonies, though. That is a lot of sunkens.
Yeah, but there is 3 tanks, so that's gonna cut through the sunkens relatively fast. Oh, don't lose that tank. Don't lose that tank. Okay. And actually sending the Marines... actually leaving the tanks a little bit exposed from the flank, from the back.
Yeah,
so
he's
gotta be careful about that.
Does he know that's there? I don't think he's watching the back.
He saw that the tanks shot a link from the back, but he might not know that that's actually an extra army in there.
We do have a drop going to the 3rd base, though, but there are 3 Lurkers here, but the one in the back isn't actually burrowed.
Okay, the attack is actually coming in.
Oh my god, the attack is coming in. Nice focus fire, though, on the Lurkers. He needs to focus down the last Lurker, though he does. Nice D-Matrix as well on the leading siege tank. Great attack by Koget, and notice that he's dropped to the 3rd base at the same time, and TY has no idea. GG!
Wow. That was very nice. He killed all the Lurkers. There was nothing dealing splash damage. And did he even lose like more than 1 Marine in that engagement?
I don't know, but he did such a good job there with the control, and it was the perfect drop timing as well, because both players like, just go for the drop and then focus on the micro. Everyone's focused. Both players focused on the micro there, which means Koget pulls it back 1-1, and we are going to see the final game of the series, which will also be the final game of the cast. So hopefully it's an exciting one.
Yeah.
And man, nice series. Nice games all around today, I think. Really good stuff.
Well, it's the round of 32.
It is.
There are going to be some good games.
I'm actually really impressed by the level of games we've been seeing. I mean, you know, we had a few dodgy ones in the preliminaries, but you know, we have quite a few big names in the round of 32, and I'd say all the games today have been pretty decent.
Yeah.
So yeah, pretty impressed. Glad that people are still getting their Brood War practice in.
And I gotta say that many of these games really looked like they could go either way, which shows you that both players are playing very well. Because that's one of the things that we used to see a little bit more in the preliminaries. You know, sometimes a player would be slightly better, and it would actually show a lot of difference in the game.
Yeah.
But here, the games are relatively even.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, 3rd game. It's gonna be Fighting Spirit. No crazy map nonsense this time. Just straight up TVZ slugfest. Here we go.
All right, let's see.